Yo, Philly 254 living life. Back at it. Now, this is going to be a small video, not too long, and this is more meant for our new Steam Deck owners or people who are thinking about purchasing the Steam Deck. One thing you got to know about the Steam Deck is it's not Windows based. It's not a Windows based system, it's Linux. So with that being said, and I'm not going to go to details about it, but in order for a game to work properly on first Steam Deck or Linux is in these Proton. Proton's that thing that makes it work. So sometimes the latest version of Proton is not the best version. There are two ways to change it. All you got to do is go to your game. Number one, go into the game that you're looking at in your library, as you can kind of see here, and you kind of just got to go down to where it says properties. I'm having a little trouble here because I actually did an update at the same time, but you go down to properties, and from properties, you kind of go down where it says compatibility. Now for Fragpunk, I've already stepped this up, but that check mark that's there, by default, is not there. But once you place that check mark, you'll see a little drop down menu. You can see install or change whatever version of Proton you already have installed on your Steam Deck to that version, I guess, for the game. So for example, I set this Fragpunk to work with Proton Experimental because it won't work with any other version of Proton that I know of. So that's the example, but there's another way you can do it. You know, just scroll over, instead of going all the way into the game, you just kind of highlight the game you want to hit or you want to go to, and then hit the little menu button on the top right, and you get this little drop down menu. You can kind of just scroll on down. You kind of see different options there, no big deal. And same exact thing as before, you just go down to properties, and as you can see, you go down to compatibility, and by default this has not been checked, and so I don't have the drop down menu option. Once I go on over and hit that check mark or hit that check box, that little drop down menu will kind of appear, and I can choose whatever version of Proton that I want to play. Real simple. The whole point of this is because, like I said, some games will not work with whatever version of Proton is your default version. And sometimes you kind of gotta search, unless you go to Proton DB or something to kind of see. But it just kind of has to be done, unfortunately, until you know we get a little better thing, a little better system going. This is exactly what has to happen. And I implore you, if you got a game that seems like it's not working, try changing the Proton version, especially going to experimental. You know, I'm not saying experimental is the catch-all, but it tends to work out for you. So I would definitely say change your Proton version, try that out and see if it works. Some games, some will end up working if you choose the right version, and some never will. I think there's one time, I think it was with Diablo, when Diablo was doing a beta, Diablo 4, and they did a Proton specifically for Diablo, just so it would work with the Steam Deck. So just kind of keep that in mind. Anyway, like I said, real quick, if you like more Steam Deck news, walkthroughs, guides, like and subscribe. Cruise through the playlist. And I'm out.